Oxygen not included. Let's resume the game. This is the highest difficulty you can get the game to. And then there's also the beta Moonlit, which is pretty rough in the beginning, but then there's a lot of resources. And the mod maker also described it as such in their Steam page. We don't have care packages. Yeah, it's too easy. And also that makes it more challenging. And this is an all achievement run. Because there is the big 4 achievements that we already have. Mostly. So we just need a gassy moo, and then we will have the big 4 achievements that can be botched. One of them, the Critical Whisperer, can only be botched if you play without the care packages, which we are doing. So this here is terrible. This here is a horrible setup, and we messed up big time also. I'm going to do this a bit differently. I'm going to get rid of this stuff there, and then I'm going to have another door here just for protection, because that wasn't a good feeling when everything broke here. But I kind of knew this wasn't the best setup, but yeah, that didn't feel very good. And getting destroyed by the meteor. And here was a little bit of space there in this tile. That regolith tile there, this was empty, and here was the regolith tile like so, and then the meteor went through diagonally and gunked up the place with how do you say, regolith chunks, tiles, everything. So this tile here was then of course blocked off with regolith, and the hot regolith tile exchanged heat with this chamber. Cooling loop completely broke. I'm going to refill the cooling loop with mercury. It's too late now, clearly, but I'm gonna do it anyhow. We're gonna build a door here. Right, that's also nice and symmetric, which is good. Here we go. I don't know what we're digging out this tile there. Makes no sense. It's nonsense. Stop this. Oh, because the RoboMiner is on. Haha. Good. But this one we definitely need. Meanwhile, I'm trying to gather all the synthesis gas that I can. Doesn't look good though. Good. Can I... Also, wait a minute. I can already put this bunker door in, can't I? Oh, the current project is priority 7 always. Priority 7. We want it done. And then we're gonna connect this up with a steel wiring there. Like so. Good. So we're gonna open the door and enable the RoboMiners at the same time. Good. Yeah, I'm not sure if everything here is needed as it is set up then. Well, we need cooling here. We do need cooling. What is the temperature there? Way too hot. What's the temperature of a RoboMiner? Way too hot. Right, so we're gonna drop in 300 G of mercury or crude oil, whatever. I'm still not really sure what's best, crude oil, petrol, or mercury. For those 300 milligram drops, or naphtha. Naphtha can be more. So mercury has evaporation properties. Thermal conductivity of 8. That has a good thermal conductivity. But it has a bad heat specific heat capacity. Not heat specific capacity. Specific heat capacity. Well, at the end of the day, I don't think it matters much. If we compare here with the crude oil, has a conductivity of 2 and high specific heat capacity. crude oil it is. But yeah, chambers are not symmetric because the rover miner shoots into this tile when he points to the left, and the rover miner shoots to that tile when he points to the right. It needs to be one tile further down in that case. That's alright. Also need to power this, of course. We're gonna use a very heat withstanding wiring. This is fine. Iron here is fine. The meltage happens only here in the middle. We do have a lot of iron, so let's get it in. Is alright. Deconstruct the sticking out wire for some symmetry. What the heck is happening? Good. There is only grams of synthesis now. Let's deconstruct the thing. Disable the auto repair. I think we're good here. What we can do now is release all this gas or leave it in. It really doesn't matter. It's ethanol. Where is the nuclear fallout? Where did the nuclear fallout go? It vanished. Good. That is quite alright. Igneous rock, igneous rock. This igneous rock is so white. What happened? What happened? Is it the gas? No idea. But we're building up the stuff to protect our rover miners. Now we need a smudge of oil. Will that break things again is the question. Yeah, I don't think it can. Let's do it. It's already broken. 0.3. I'll lick it. Crude oil. Enable auto drop. Enable auto spill. Enable auto ball. Do we have anything else that we are doing? Yeah, this can look very much better. But it looks how it looks now. Maybe we can start making this look better. But deconstructing the rover miner and putting it flat on the ground, I don't think it makes a big difference. We're gonna see when we open the door. Alright. Then we'll reach more space. Is that reasonable? Do not know. Somebody coming? Low priority on the storing front. Hey, my trailblazer is getting buried. Good. We should look at the mercury overheat damage, man. Is aluminum only. Let's deconstruct it. And disable the auto repair. Right, we want to take mercury into the loop. Good. How much ethanol is in here? None. Interesting. And the ethanol here is not flowing. Let's make it flow. It's gonna overflow into here. I kind of want everything there and then mercury here instead. Cooling loop there is running. Let's check this out. It's very cool again. Very good. Yeah, we also just need some irrigation here on our reed fiber. But we're running 24% of the time the cooling loop. Still have a little bit of polluted water left. And we should get in water here all the time. And half of the time we're filling up the loop that provides us with power and oxygen. Good. Speaking of oxygen, we have enough of the stuff, but we're not providing the base with any on a permanent basis. These guys are disabled because we're only running intermittently here. That is alright. Only running the oxygen intermittently, and only if we have enough of the stuff. So there's now 1000 G. Let's do a 2000 G. Let's do 2 kilo pressure here. That is then sufficient, meaning we're running out of pressure there. I'm just scared to open this door. Because there's 500 key of oxygen here in one space. I don't want to run it permanently. But I think this is the pump that runs the most. I don't know. I'm not sure. And when I say pump, I mean electrolyzer module. Good. And this is now high pressure. We're repressurizing the base. Here we got a little bit of a problem. How about we open up this area again to airflow? Because this doesn't feel good. Let's get some copper ore airflow tiles going. Good. So where would be reasonable to put them? Here, one, and maybe there, one underneath the lamp. And here. I wanted a liquid down there. That's what I wanted. Maybe here. And maybe everywhere here. Just to get some flowage going. Good. Yeah, that's alright. That means carbon dioxide will drop down into here. And what happened to the liquid lock? Something happened to the liquid lock. I don't really think we need that anymore. But the carbon dioxide will eventually drop down here. And then drop down here and gather in the pip. Eventually, hopefully they're not gathering in the pips. The carbon dioxide molecules. Pips are fine. This is my my little bit of natural forest that I got going here. And it consists of F11 of 4 nature reserves. And why is this not a nature reserve? Oh, we still got the pumps in here. Deconstruct. Deconstruct. It's not important. It's really not important. But we have that in here. So why not just keep it unbroken? Keep it functional. 1, 2, 3 of 4 nature reserves. That's also an achievement. We'll keep that in. This is a permanent water flow. And we're sucking out the water. It's going inside here. Right, what's going on here? Why is the ethanol distillery flooded? Oh, carbon dioxide. Right. Right, we don't have enough carbon dioxide. And that's a catch-22, isn't it? Good, so we're gonna... because the carbon dioxide here, if that is low, we need more carbon dioxide, but we don't produce more carbon dioxide if the carbon dioxide is low. So what the heck? So what we do is we stop providing this farm with carbon dioxide. And instead we're providing this farm with carbon dioxide again. Is this a vacuum? Very good, very nice. These guys are dying. So this is burning now. Where could be a good place? I have this thing completely in the way, but it needs to be there. It can move over one spot. And then... oh, we can have a carbon dioxide production here. And that is also reasonable. Good. Carbon dioxide production. It's not production, really. It's just delivery. So we're gonna deliver the carbon dioxide into these 2 spots there. Here and there. There's even a little bit of carbon dioxide there, but there's also the disgusting oxygen. Can I grab the pipe? Apparently I can't. Let's do the pipe overlay. Here we are. Gas pipe. It's a radiation alarm. I'm not concerned. And we're going through there and out. Like so. Good, we're gonna connect ourselves up there. Gonna stop this from happening. Oh, no. Well, it can't be helped. It's just fine. Overflow is gonna go here and into the farm. So now we're gonna feed our guys. I have to cut this intermittently because it's not going well. Right. So as soon as we have more carbon dioxide than we need, and this is a vacuum here, so we can stop the drip. So I need to have this be up here, except I can't. Yeah, messed myself up here. What is the temperature on the oil here? Very cold. Very cold. And is it heating up now? No, it's cooling down even more. It's cooling down even more. Oh, why is this oil so cool? What is happening here? Something very bad happened here somewhere. Is there gas in here? No. It's still 450 degrees, so we should be good. We should heat up this blob come time. But now it's a ton of this stuff. I don't know. Well, it doesn't matter. So where were we? We need to get the carbon dioxide. Yes. So all the carbon dioxide that we're producing is going to end up in this pit. And we're going to pump intermittently here when there's enough pressure. When it's worth pumping, we're going to pump. And it's going to pump out and collect here and then go there. And the carbon dioxide level can rise again. Very good. Delivering the sedimentary rock here to build that system up. And of course we need to repair our shipping. So rotate the thing and put it in. It's going to be very hot in here. Let's not mess around and use steel. Good. And we're going to have another mesh tile there. Oh, it's a metal tile from gold. And let's not forget the fluid. This is all carbon dioxide? Yes, so we're going to be good with pouring out fluid here. We don't need to take care that the fluid does not get deleted. It's fine, it will not get deleted. Let's get it. It's going to be 1.8 liquid mercury, which is good for spillage. Enable auto drop, enable auto spill, enable auto bottle, party 8. We're coming. Storing materials. Do I not have my store here any longer? Where is Jerry 2PC? Did they die? No. They're fine. Schedule, priorities. Digger, Jerry 2PC. Storing, yes. And digging, yes. They're good. I don't know why they don't want to do it. Are they not allowed? They are allowed as well. So I don't know what's going on. Probably because I only have one atmosphere checkpoint. Is there a way to make this better? I could make it in the dark. Move this one over. And then I could have another atmosuit dark. But I don't want to renovate this. Not while there's other things to do. Good. Let's get the robo miner in. From steel, of course, we're going to rotate and put it in like so. I don't know if this can reach everything. Good question. Just gonna put it in and see if it works. Yes. Where's the power? I mean, I could count it out. I could be scientific. Build. Or I could do something like that. I need to go to, I think here. Seems like that would work. And this one then there. Yes, this will work. But I'm not going to renovate. I'm not going to renovate big time here. This is all right. We just need to provide it with power, and that is all then. Connect it up, deconstruct that. Automation probably as well. Let's do it. Good. So the shaft is repaired. This thing can go. The filter's not designated here. On that cargo module. It's a big cargo module. So this is the taxi. And the auto driller. Do I need to taxi people? Maybe. But I think I need to first and foremost start drilling again. So that means we're gonna launch. Where are we going to land? I'm not sure I have my Trailblazer module ready. Awaiting delivery aluminum. Errands? They're gonna do it. They're gonna ready it up. And then where I'm gonna land. Can I land here then? When the doors are closed. Good question. But let's look at the Mercury first. We probably need another one of those. Liquid reservoirs. Let's build one up here. Just normal helper tiles. This is all temporary probably. So we're gonna fill these up completely. What am I doing? Gonna fill these up completely, and can also do helper tiles here. And then we're gonna fill the loop up with mercury in the end. Good, we're building this. Should be repairing that. Should we start on the mercury loop? Yes. So it's coming out here. It's not going into the other colony. Where's my flip bridge button when you need it? Deconstruct. There's no flip bridge button. There's no flip bridge button. Let's decon recon. And oops. Oh, wait a minute. Let's not bother with insulated tiles here. I know it's hot mercury. Don't care. Good. We're gonna pump it out and over here. Build it up there. And then it needs to go inside of that tank. That liquid reservoir. We have too much water here. Gotta find a different solution. This is also too cold. We have to find a very different solution. We have to get all the water inside here. And the hot water that is overflowing here needs to go into the plants because we have a cooling system which is inactive currently. It's currently inactive. This is also elaborate. I should have just stuck it on top of there and then built the dome up. That's what I should have done. Can I still do it? All these things here could sit inside a steam chamber together with an Akotuna. Maybe. Maybe, but this isn't the right build any longer. Either, is it? Don't know. Let's deconstruct and build this up like it's supposed to look. Here and there and there and here. Shouldn't this just be a helper tile? If we're being honest. Or no tile at all. Let's keep that tile in and dig it out then when we're done with this. Good. Yeah. Good. Let's not worry about this. Liquid reservoir is done, which means we should get our stuff in. Let's get it in. So. And then we can just connect this up. Here, when the mercury needs flowing. Wait. This is now the cooling loop. This is now the cooling loop. So where is it coming from? The mercury. It's coming from here. The bridges are deconstructed, which means I can reconstruct them. Hallelujah. So wait a minute. This is going weird. It's going very weird. It's going here. Can I make this a little bit more readable? Yeah, I don't think so. But let's try nonetheless. Good and good. So I come in here and what about this thing there? The complete middle thing. It's currently doing nothing. Let's make sure it's gone. Oh man, this wasn't deconstructed, this was cancelled. Let's get it deconstructed. Here we go. Right, so the mercury is coming from here and now it needs to go into that, which means we're gonna abuse the cooling loop to deliver it in. Plumbing, we just need a bridge again. Rotate. Good, and then the stuff is gonna go in there later. As soon as the ethanol is all being collected, we're gonna collect a full tank of ethanol, and the other tank we're gonna deconstruct, and that's gonna be it. Because the rest of the ethanol can just be somewhere. Wait a minute. The overflow should also go inside of there. Should also fill it up, and then we're gonna cut this. I don't know. This is gonna be messy either way. Right, let's not worry about it. Just fill up the tanks, and that's alright. Gonna have no intake here. So what I'm thinking is that this radiant liquid pipe here will always be full of ethanol. That's what I'm thinking. It's just the nature of a liquid reservoir. Good. Oh, we have to wait for this to happen. No problem. 5-degree ethanol, so my bristle farm is not getting cooled down. Body temperature, that's right. That's right. My berry slush farm is what I meant to say. So what do we have here? Igneous rock. Why? Why do I have igneous rock here? No idea. Good, and here it's too cold, and there it's too warm. There's even some water there. Should not be. Should be ice. We never grabbed this piece of ice from there. Can't be helped. Good, what is the automation here doing? Looking wonky. This is what it's doing. But I switched up the thing. Can we deconstruct more things here? I think we can. Deconstruct buildings, this, and that maybe as well. Good, and the same over here. Right. Just because we don't need any of that. It's fine. Could also deconstruct this for a little bit of more airflow. Saving up on resources is alright. Good. Trailblazer module ready? Still not? Looks ready, but it's not whirling. I thought this was whirling when it's done and ready. Parent rocket. Intergalactic Venuset. Range remaining. Rocket speed. Don't know. Don't know. But if I launch these pumps, gonna get broken from the heat, even though they're made out of steel, which is not ideal. Let's get this going and mop that up. We have a little bit of nuclear waste there. Should pour it out in the middle, and this should be not a tile. Wait. Drywall. Should not get rid of this drywall there. Just to collect the hotness. Maybe. So it doesn't exchange heat needlessly when there's... I don't know. Let's just have a little bit of a deletion of everything inside of here. And have it over there. Good. So what about my cooling loop now? These doors should work. I flip the switch, they open, and when they open, the robo miners will do their job. Meanwhile, there is gunk in here. Hot gunk. Regolith, very hot. So this is only for Regolith. And it's also sweep only. Means when we sweep this, I hope it's gonna get delivered here. But I do not know. They might want to deliver it somewhere else. Let's have this priority 9 and see if it works. I'll sweep up the gunk now. Manually. Good. What is the temperature in here? Still hot? No, it's 90 degrees. Means we can put our system in place again. This and a conveyor receptacle. There. Good for some manual or automated sweepage rather. Tidy up here as well. And there. Tidy up the suit. Here we're gonna do a sweep only all clothing. Right. I kinda like having a suit here for if they're here somehow without a suit, they can grab it, but whatever, we're gonna sweep it up now. Good, because this is going to be clean come time. Come long time. Right, things are now getting dumped out into space. I could have a bottle emptier here, and I will. Power, food, plumbing. Bottle emptier from something that doesn't break. Ceramic. Good, and that's gonna be for spillage. Gonna sweep only nuclear, or just nuclear waste. I don't know. I don't want the nuclear waste from here to land there. Priority 7 nuclear waste. All nuclear waste is gonna land here. Let's make this priority 7 and copy the settings here, and then hopefully they're gonna grab the... Oh no, they grabbed it already, pouring it out somewhere else. I'm gonna have another one of those here, and I'm trusting the proximity, even though it's not ticked. Priorities here, and I could set the enable proximity, and I'm not doing it. So it's gonna be priority 7 and liquid nuclear waste. And now we're gonna see what happens if I mop this up there. But we're only gonna see it when I have an eye on it. So how come nothing is coming? Because the pressure here is low again. So again, let's open the door. Pressure here is low also, good. And this is now to... Alright, we can have this open, good. Very nice, nobody's mopping. What about our mercury loop? This is filled up completely? Looks like it, but there is still something stuck here. Do I want to run it through? Do I want to run it through? I think I might want to run it through. Yes. I might run it through. It's connected up, and hopefully it's not going to flash in the pipes. But it's going to, isn't it? It's already very hot. This is already very hot. Let's get it out of there. Let's get it out of the damned loop. And put it inside the liquid reservoir. How much is it? Will there be room so I can empty this out? Who knows? This is gonna come and is gonna go in here. Is it though? It's not stuck. It's going around. It's ending up. Let's let it end up in here for the time being. It was about to get stuck somewhere. Not sure where. Really not. But it's alright. Ethanol is coming out. Loop is getting emptied out. I can pump the mercury now as soon as this is empty. It's gonna come and go inside of there. Yep. Alright, let's wait a while. How come this is broken again? Aluminum? I thought I made it from steel. I thought I made this auto sweeper from steel. My mistake. Good. So what about my critter ranch, which is also burning? Storing. What are we storing here? I think we're storing ceramic. No conveyor acceptable. Let's connect it up and store some ceramic as raw mineral for some reason. Here we go. And yeah, the critters are dying. Right, there's barely any carbon dioxide collected. Good, but we got the mercury in here now, which is great. Oh, and when I have a tile here, I cannot work on things any longer. Ah, that's a shame. That's a damn shame. That is really bad. Oh, come on. So what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? This is perfect. I want it like that. A ladder? Cannot have a ladder here. Could have a ladder there. When I drop down critters here, are they gonna fall? Who knows? A door here. A door here. Deconstruct? And the critter's gonna fall. I don't know what to do. I have no idea what I'm gonna do then. Ugh, come on, really? They fell down. Hopefully they're not gonna go down there. This sucks so bad. Tell you what, I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it. I don't care now. Sucks. Why did you jump down there? It's your own fault. Mechanized airlock from steel here. Connected up to power as well. What is all this? Aluminum is resisting the heat. Alright. Good. And then we're gonna build a ladder. They're not doing anything. Do we need a ladder? Yes, we do. Build a nice ladder here. And then we can reach everything. Here we go, we're wandering. We're wandering, but they didn't go here for some reason. Which is exactly where they should not go, so they know what they're doing. I could let them live, but I don't want stuff to... Oh man, and when I have a door here then... Ah, good. Deconstruct. Oh man, Titubims is on their way to kill the critter. Good job. But next time, don't come inside of here. You may leave, but you may not enter. Good. Please do this fast. I want a regular door here, and then we will not have a critter drop off here any longer. That sucketh. So, is there room? Good question. What if I had a letter there? No. I don't want to lose the light as well. I'm losing so much here. I wonder if the critter drop-off is still working now. Missing tile. Suppress. It might still work. Who knows? Have a door or not? I mean, a door is not going to make a difference there. And it's going to just take away from the overall size of the room. So, let's opt against the door. Good. This is alright. This should be alright. I don't know if the critter drop-off is working without a tile beneath it. But we're going to find out. I think it might even work. Good, we're delivering some ceramic now. Out, so we don't have to manually grab it. Don't tell me they're dropping it out there. Oh, it's dropping out there. Wait a second. Why do I have this? This is for wood? Lumber. No, this is for nothing. This is for nothing. I think the idea here was to have something for polluted. Now this is always closed. What are we dropping here? Lumber? Let's look at the conveyor elements and the lumber we're dropping here. Rest goes there. Things are going out here. This should deliver to this. This should bridge onto that. I think we can do that. Conveyor rail. Oof. I don't like the spaghetti, but whatever. So we have copper, we have electrum, and we have aluminum. Let's take aluminum now and deliver it out. So all the ceramic production goes out here. And is there another production? I could in the end take the polluted mud. This is creating polluted mud. No, it's creating polluted dirt. So this should be food. Right. This should be food. We can grab ceramic here as well and ship it out. I don't want a daisy chain. That's why I'm doing this now. Shipping and conveyor bridge. And all of our hard-earned ceramic It's gonna land in the tile where it's supposed to land. Meanwhile, these conveyor rails gonna get deconstructed. And we have a conveyor chute, which is no longer needed. Deconstruct. Right. Yeah, there's a lot of work here to do and only one atmosuit. And that's a problem here. Meanwhile, we have hot oil coming. I don't know why this is a block there, though. Oh, wait a minute. Good. We had this a circle run around. Maybe that messed things up. Yes, it is still messing things up. This still is broken, or again. But it should not be. Is this not a key? I don't know what's going on. Maybe just too much. Oh, wait. It's going out immediately. Ah, it's going out immediately. That's why. Let's stop this madness. Where is the oil? And it's coming out again. Oh man. So we're cooling down the oil here. Oh man. Let's repair the section there. Here we go. And then hopefully it will work. Oh, they just delivered the material. They did not work on it. Oh man. Someone else is on their way, hopefully. Errands. Constructor Selfie is on their way. They're gonna do it. Let's have this be collected inside of there. No, it's gonna then break the pipes. Faster, work faster. Here we go. And now there's a lot of crude oil coming out. Oh man. I think they should stay here. I cannot grab them. Constructor Selfie, go back here. I did not select them. Now I selected them. Come back here, the pipe's gonna break. Go repair it. Hopefully there is materials there. Why do you not want to repair it? Let's see, repair. I'm gonna micromanage now a little bit. Errands and non-repair errands you cannot see. But it might be alright. Yeah, somebody else is repairing it. Here, awaiting delivery. No errand, for some reason. That's what, oh, there was an errand there for a second. Alright. Good, it's all good. Oh, we have a lot of spillage here now. That is of course bad. Petrol stuck in this tile. I don't like that much. So we're gonna close this off. Don't like it. There's a vacuum there. Maybe we need a helper tile first. Let's do it. Priority 9. And priority 5. Just to make sure. So the blob wondered. It is 100 key of oil here. It is almost a ton of oil there. Yeah, this is stuck like crazy. Petrol, is it connecting up here? Who knows? Petrol is not collecting up. And here is the petrol coming out. Crude oil, where is it going? Is it in here? I'm not sure where it's collecting. Is it getting deleted? Hopefully not. Good. Gram. Should be flowing or something. Yeah, this oil needs to flash. And it's going to be very hot here soon. Now that everything is up and running again. No, there's carbon dioxide here. Oh man, what the heck? This liquid lock broke. This liquid lock broke. Stop producing glass. Stop this madness, man. Alright, let's get a vacuum up and running again. Oh, and that is also a big problem. That is a huge problem. That is heat leakage. Oh man, let's get a vacuum up and running as soon as possible. Deconstruct buildings or build them over. Having a lock up and running again. Mercury. What the heck happened here? Oh man. 0.1. All that carbon dioxide is gonna get deleted as well. Liquid, petrol, enable drop, enable spin, enable. What happened? What happened here? Was it some spillage? I have no idea. No idea what happened. Can I analyze this problem and find out the cause? Yeah, I don't think so. Normally yes, but here, do not know. Wait, if this pipe broke, that is the cause already there. So that's what happened. Good, let's really quickly deconstruct these tiles. And we're gonna get a vacuum going here again. Let's get some HEPA tiles from igneous rock. Hopefully they're gonna take very hot igneous rock. I don't think they will. But it's alright. Priority 9 on this build. And then the next HEPA tile here. And here and there. And then the next one there. Priority 5. Good. This is the sequence. This is the order of things. I want to build this up, and I want to build it up fast. I'm losing heat. It's not too much because we have almost 6 tons of hydrogen here. This is broken as well. Why are we not pumping? Ugh, because of this again. How come there is naphtha here all the time? 10 key of naphtha. No idea. Stop the moppage. Naphtha, sweep. Can we pour it out somewhere? I don't know where it's coming from. Petrol. There's a petrol in the bottle. Empty it out. There's uranium there. There's more petrol here in the bottle we can empty out. Here as well is hot and nice. But this naphtha, I don't know how come the naphtha... Alright, wait a minute. Are we not pumping any longer? I'm not sure this double thing works. But we're gonna look at the hydrogen here. It's below 5 key. It's below 5 key, but it's stuck. This needs to be a different fluid. Pretty sure this needs to be naphtha. This needs to be this naphtha there. Or some naphtha. Yep, it's not pumping. Stop the pump. And mop up this. And put in instead a liquid. That makes sense. What liquid is that going to be? Let's be optimistic and put uranium in here. Hauling point on 0.1 liquid uranium. Enable our drop, enable our spill, enable ball priority 8, and disable the auto spill. Disable the auto drop, I mean, because there's still some petrol here that I want to get rid of. What happened? How come the naphtha was there? Oh, and we're not done here, you guys. We're not done. Priority 9. Good. Naphtha. Alright, let's leave it in here and hope the bottle doesn't pop again. I don't know what happened. This is the only thing that I can think of what happened. Or Wait a minute. Is the contactless broken? Did this get stuck? Did the loop get overflow here? Did the pipe overflow in this section? So we're coming in here. Should not have happened. You have a huge petro tank. We have too much petroleum in the loop. But is it really too much? It's very close. It's close to being too much. This is very hot now. So there is no need for an insulated pipe here any longer. Good, but we're done with this. That means we can remove the uranium and start the pump again. Start the pump. It's pumping. That took a long while. I don't know why it took so long. But it's pumping now. So a safer thing would be to have this atmosensor one tile up. Or not at all, where it's spilling. Let's fix this real quick. Good. So where are we going to put the atmosensor? Out of the way of the spill. Let's put it here. Here is a good place. Let's make it from gold. And the automation wire here is iron. Let's make it from gold as well. Everything. Right. Now it's red again because it's... I mean, it's working here. But it's gonna be safer there. I don't know what happens there. Good. What is the cooling loop here? Again, a very sketchy ethanol cooling loop. That's just how it is. Meanwhile, we have to deconstruct these. And quick, because they're exchanging heat. They're exchanging heat constantly. Instable igneous rock. Heating up. Come on, guys, this is now a huge priority. Deconstruct. Everything, please. And then we're going to put in the metal tiles again. This is very flimsy. And we also have to tidy up the room, of course. Good, so we're going to copy the settings from this atmosensor to that one. And deconstruct that atmosensor. It's not needed, it can stay in. Because this is practically an OR gate, the green signal overrides the red. But one atmosensor is enough, so let's deconstruct that. And then we have hot iron in here. For no reason. Sensor is heating up. Sensor, this is taking out heat. I don't like it. But it can't be helped right now. This is a vanity project, by the way. You don't make a petroleum boiler from a hydrogen vent. You don't do that. Don't do what I'm doing here. So the mesh tile is here, and it's needed that the glass does not, the glass gunk is not ending up here. We're gonna do wolframite, of course. Scalding, because now we're handling the hot stuff, the iron and such. It is alright. Good, let's build this up. Same way we build up the other thing. Oh, there, of course, we cannot. Priority 9 here. How did this look again? Glass is gonna end up here. I think I need another one. I think I do need another one here. And then, of course, the vent. Also from wolframite, why not? And then we can start up the glass production yet again. How much glass do we have here? Almost a ton. Good, there's hot gold here, but that's alright. What if something happens to the pipes? It's good to have some gold here for repairage. Good, we're building it up. That means we can restart the glass production. Yeah, thumbs up, but build it also, please. So I'm going to restart my glass production. Here we go. And then we have our glass production again. Good. Meanwhile, we're going to run more oil. That can heat up. It's going to come through here somehow. Yes, it's going to go through the counterflow, of course. 2 seconds. Good. 2 seconds every 60 seconds. Should be enough time. Is there a way to fix this here somehow? Could mop up the stuff. Could mop up the crude oil. It's 200 degrees only. But I can just let this run until everything heats up. I'm just not sure where the petroleum is ending up then. So we have 100 gram here, 300 gram there, 300 gram there, 300 gram there. It's definitely not ending up down here. But I had kilos and kilos of crude oil. Was the crude oil cooling down too fast here again? So it's not flashing in the pipes. It's flashing when it comes out of the pipe. And there it will not flash. It will heat up the oil that is already there and then add to the mass of the oil that is already there. That's what's happening here. Like I said, I could mop this up and go ahead and pour it out there again to have the counterflow work in the first place. Should I do that? I mean, sure. I don't want to wait. On the other hand, we could wait. But isn't there here a lot of crude oil ending up? And then it's going to be petrol. And it's going to be a smudge of petrol. Yeah, I don't know. So the thing is, there doesn't need to be any action taken. Is that correct? No. There is no need to take action here. Because in the end, this crude oil that is preheating here to, I don't know, 200 degrees or so, we're gonna find out. 150, 180, 200. This crude oil that is heating up to 200 is gonna end up in the loop and then bringing the heat to here. And that's something that happens constantly. So all we gotta do is wait until 1 ton of oil is heated up to 400 degrees. That's all we gotta do. And we have 450 degrees here. Always, because the hydrogen is almost 6 ton. Why is it still almost 6 ton? Where is it? Did it get deleted again? Hopefully not. So if now this is dormant. Well, we need more hydrogen, but just have to wait. So like I said, this will work itself out, or this oil will cool down all the hydrogen in here, and there's 6 tons of hydrogen per tile. So maybe that's gonna take a while, hopefully. Hopefully the other thing happens first, and we're always adding more heat. So I think we're good. What the heck is this? This is also not supposed to happen. That's why I have an overflow. That is exactly why I have an overflow. But it's overflowing here, and it should overflow somewhere there. Definitely need a larger overflow. What if I were to do something like that here, and then we have a larger thingy going on, and this overflows into And to the right. Deconstruct the liquid bridge. Oh, disable it. Deconstruct the liquid bridge. And then I have another idea for a mod. Liquid bridge and then flip and rotate. What about a button there that says flip and just flips the direction? Another button that says rotate. And then another button that says rotate around green. And the first button rotate is rotating around the white. Oh man, that would be so cool. That would be really useful. That would be amazingly useful. Could be an advanced bridge you can research. Be nice. Would be a little bit more research there. Good. So we're going here. And then we're ending up in there. Will that be enough? Maybe. Let's try it out. We got the bridge here. Now, of course, this liquid vent is full, which is less than ideal. But as soon as I have a petrol here in this pipe, we are going to empty this out with a plumber. Hold on. I don't know where you're going there. Bridge is what we need, yes. A regular bridge, not an advanced bridge. An advanced bridge lets you flip the white and the green and rotate around. But of course, if you rotate around the white and rotate around the green, then you can move the bridge entirely. And that would be fantastic if that was possible. Be fantastic. You could rotate around the middle tile of the bridge, and then you would not need a flip button. That would actually be all that is needed. This functionality is all that is needed to make the bridge great again. But still, I would love the other rotate better. Of course you could move then the bridge without building and reconstructing and stuff, but it would be amazing. Good, let's build it in. Stop the dreaming there of things that could be, and build up this. Connect up that, and connect this up here as well. And we're flowing. Right, and then we have a little bit of an overflow system going. That might be useful. Here, this can be connected up because we have green here and white there. That means the direction is very clear. Here, not as much. Here, it's not so clear. Let's see what happens when this is built up. Bridge does not have priority. Yes, it has priority over the vent. Right now, is alright. Oh, we're not stuck here. Good news. Good news, we're not stuck here. And the loop is looping around. Fantastic. Meanwhile, everything here is heating up. And the 6 tons of hydrogen is cooling down. We're at 0.6 degrees, 0.5 degrees. 0.4 degrees, you can watch it cooling down. Horrible. What is the glass doing meanwhile? Is it also cooling down? 0.3? 0.2? Of course it's cooling down because it's giving out heat to the hydrogen. So when there's nothing happening here in terms of petroboilage, then the temperature here on the hydrogen is going up again from the glass. There we go. There we go, we have it. Good, and this is only while this is dormant, and when this is running again, we're gonna heat up. We're gonna keep more heat. Here is new glass coming, fantastic. So hydrogen will heat up again, even some more. Do we still have gunk here? Let's get it out of there. But this is very clean. Nice, we repaired it. What about this system here? Delivered coal. We don't have a coal delivery here. They're still gonna run inside of there. That's fine. So we need additional This needs to be completely never active. We need additional carbon dioxide deliverance inside of there. Can we have this happening? Can we have this happen? Deconstruct that. Can we connect this up now? And how come this is not pumping? It says pipe blocked. Good, so we're collecting up the stuff there. Is there a way to have this drip over here? I don't think there's a way. So we're gonna have the carbon dioxide pit be inside the shaft here as well. I don't like that much, but it can't be helped. Let's just leave it there. Horrible. Horrible design. Next time this all is gonna look different. But this is the first time I really make use of these critters. And they're broken, so what does this tell me? Tells me do better next time. Insulated gas pipe. Connect it up. And the critters are getting fed again. Making the critters fed again. Let's do it. Let's do it. And then the carbon dioxide will add up. Speaking of carbon dioxide, how thick is the carbon dioxide here? Is alright, but we're still collecting. Do we have stone hatches now? Kind of. Let's get rid of all the normal hatches here. Copy settings. Settings applied. These guys are getting fed with bristle. Not. Why not? Don't we have a manual bristle delivery? We should have. Why is that not happening? Allow manual use bristleberry. There it is queued up. Errands not allowed by schedule. No pending. No pending. What is all this? Also, blossom seeds need to go as well. I mean, berry sludge has priority. That much is clear. Cooking roast grapefruit nut. For what? I don't know for what we're doing this. Frost bun. What is this? Sleet wheat grain. Frost bun. Alright. Do we need to cook this up for the achievement? Let's make one of them. Just to have them cooked up. So what you could do is automate this grill. Have a bunch of grills and automate them. No, you can't really automate them. I'm sure you can, but I can't. It's also not needed. So why is this fridge empty? Because the barbecue gets eaten? We don't have anything to eat here. Let's hold on for a second. What is happening? Oh, we do have frost buns now. That's great. Someone's grabbing it and eating it right away. We have a lot of we have a lot of sleet wheat grain. That means as soon as we have bristleberry, we're gonna cook up the berry sludge. That's right. And the berry sludge immediately gets delivered over to the other planetoid. We should stop that madness. Because our barbecue is not yet up and running. And we're going to check out why that might be the case pretty soon. Pretty soon. Good. First of all, let's make more frost buns. Where's my grill? Let's make more frost buns or else we're gonna starve. Simple as that. And that is when you play on the highest difficulty. It has nothing to do with the beta. It's nothing to do with this planetoid. Planetoid is cool. Only the beginning is harder. The rest is easier actually. And you have more resources to work with. A greater variety of resources. You have a greater variety of resources to work with here. You have electrum, glass, steel, you have helium. I mean, I haven't found a use for helium, but you do have synthesis gas, which is fantastic for cool chambers. There's no wastage of hydrogen then. No need to waste the hydrogen, you can use it for power. Starvation, so what the heck? What are you doing? Why are you not eating? Cooking up the frost bun, come on. Do we have an automation to grab the sleet wheat? I think we do. Wheat. Sleet wheat grain. Where is it all? In the kitchen, perfect. Good, we're cooking it up. Soup to the Bims is eating up the frost bun. Very nice. But that means we have to fix our cooling loop, or else we're not getting new stuff. So we're living off frost bun, and we're also making sleet wheat grain, and the critters are also dying on the other planetoid. Good. Now, first things first. Sleet wheat grain is essential. So let's get the cooling loop up and running again. We have too much ethanol. That's what I thought. Let's stop this madness. This is empty. Very nice. Good. We can connect it up, the cooling loop there. Or we can leave it like that at first. And the starvation is disconcerting, to say the least. Cooling loop should be running now again. Wait. We have to flip the switch here. Let's grab it. Fill up the reservoir. And then when the reservoir is filled up, we're gonna run the loop by connecting up these pipes. And then it should run again. Meanwhile, we have a lot of ethanol that I'm gonna delete. Still starvation, what the heck? Is nobody cooking? Nobody's cooking? Errands low priority, requires learned skill. Fast cooking, null by schedule. Null by schedule. Fast cooking. Constructor diner is doing it. There's supplement cook. Let's look at the vitals. 700 drenches, Sutsi. That's it? That's it? Sutsi is hungry, apparently. Grab the frost bun there, Sutsi. You're gonna be fine. Eat it up. And it's all good. Meanwhile, not allowed by schedule. This guy is sleeping day away. Let's see, fast cooking, 0% stress. Schedule. Fast cookie. You're on this schedule there. Well, you are up now again. Good, let's look at the priorities, and they should be cooking, supplying, storing, cooking, super high priority. I think I'm not going to use the single arrow here any longer. I'm not going to use a single arrow. I'm only going to use the double arrows here. Because of the wonky priority system, gotta be honest here. It's horrible. But I'm gonna do the workaround there. Here we go. And we're just gonna use the double arrows. Good. I mean, it worked before and it's working now, but I'm feeling more comfortable just using the 2-point difference there. 2-point difference on the priority. If you have some priority 7, then the next priority is priority 5, because they're doing math there when they're figuring out what to do, and it's better to give them some clear differentiation. What is the next task? Right, we're producing all the frost buns, and we should put them in the fridge just in case we're overproducing. I'm not sure if that's going to be the case, but we're going to find out. Flooding, still flooding, alright. Carbon dioxide production. The carbon dioxide production is what it is. We cannot do anything about it. until the ethanol distillery is running again. So the carbon dioxide we're producing is now coming from the duplicants, and from the duplicants only. Is one open door enough? Let's try another one. How much is in there? 1.3 tons of oxygen. I don't know. But let's focus on our cooling loop. Good. Here is the mercury. As you can see, it is a little bit different from water in the color, but it is a very watery liquid. That means the how do I say this? The viscosity is the same. So you cannot have 7 key like you can have with naphtha. 7 key in 1 towel without overspilling. It behaves just like water. Speaking of water, let's mop this up. And are we done? Are we done? We are done. Good. It's no longer pump. Good. Meanwhile, all this mercury here is gonna get sucked out eventually. And it's gonna replace with oil. No. Where's this oil coming from? It's 100 key of oil. Can I mop it up? I can even mop it up. Let's mop it up later. Yes. Good. What is our counterflow doing? Is it heating up? These 250 key are already at almost 300 degrees. So I'm confident this will work. Is the hydrogen still hot enough? Yeah, still hot. How long until this is going again? 23 cycles. In 23 cycles, we're gonna have the hydrogen generator generate hydrogen. Of course, there's no such thing as a hydrogen generator. It is a hydrogen vent that I'm talking about. Good, we have a little bit of gunkage here. Oh, we have a new carbon dioxide storage because, again, something broke. What is this? Chlorine? Can I fix this area? There's oxygen. I think I could fix this area. What if I dig this all out? Is that crazy? I think yes. A little bit of mercury. We're gonna send someone to mop here and then cancel the mop action. And for the simple reason I don't want people to get their feet wet. Let's mop this out here as well. Let's mop this and deconstruct that. Oh no, I cannot deconstruct that. We're gonna have petrol stuck in here forever then. That is alright. Let's do an intermittent mop command to be able to mop everything. Good, but this mop is first. And Tito Bims is the brave duplicant going down here. And that didn't do anything. It did not do anything. Well, whatever. Let's dig down here to let the stuff drop down. And this we could mop up. And then they're gonna bring it over here. Sure. Let's clean this area out as best as possible. Build some ladders. Can I have this clean? Can I have this lip here, please? Good. But then we're gonna have something there which is not too bad. Right. Should we build ladders here? Not sure. I'm not happy about the petrol here. And the brine. Can't be helped. Good. So what is our food doing? Well, we collected up some fresh buns. Very good. And is a good quality food. +2 morale. is very nice. What about the cooling loop? We need to have it run again. All right, done. Good stuff. That means this bridge can be deconstructed. There needs to be a button for the bridge. And that button's gonna say disable. There's no disable bridge button. I thought there was already one, but no. No, I don't think I really thought that. Good. Do we even need this? We did not need to deconstruct this. The cooling loop is gonna run either way. So let's run it. Here we go, or not. Don't wanna run? Hello? What's happening? How is this not running? Pipe locked. Good. Going here, 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 here. Here, here, here. Right. Pipe blocked. Enabled. Empty pipe. What the heck? This is not blocked. Let's figure this out. It goes out here. It goes through there. Also, what damage will it do? Natural gas, brine. It might flash the brine. What is the temperature? No, it's very cold mercury. Did not do any damage. We got a vacuum here. Did we not try to make a lock here? I think we did. Just to reach some things there. Find out what's going on over here. Yeah, let's have a lock here. Just for kicks. This one not. Do we have a default? So don't have to put it in all the time. I think I had a default somewhere. But I don't know. Good, let's do it again. Man. Point 1. Again, this is better than the bottle emptier. What is naphtha and petrol? Naphtha, enable drop, enable spin, create copy settings. Can disable the auto drop and not naphtha, but petroleum instead. Then we have a nice vacuum lock here, which is of course fantastic. Could go over here and find out what's going on. There's a lot of stuff here. Farm tiles, security door, window tiles from glass, water. It's all things we don't need. Can we have another chamber? Yes. We can have another chamber. Mesh tile here so we can breathe. Deconstruct buildings there. Bottle emptier is configured. But what about the water there? I think I'm going to deconstruct all this and let the water flow. And that water over there can then flow here. Good, makes sense. There are things there as well. What is this guy doing? Idle. Huh? There are a million things to do. Construct a cell fire. What the heck? Are they stuck? Oh, what about this door? Oh, man. Automation wire deconstruct. Right now, please. Thank you. Open this door. What's wrong with this thing? Copy settings here. Here we go. There's a waterfall. Do we have glass, but do we really want to use it? Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe I'm going to deconstruct this this botanical garden here. Maybe I'm going to deconstruct it. I'm never going to empty out the naphtha, but I did already prepare that here. This is supposed to be the naphtha storage. This is supposed to be the naphtha storage. And we cannot fill it in with a liquid. Let's open this door and lock these doors, close them forever. And have another ladder there. Or Wait a minute. The temperature of the naphtha is completely irrelevant. So we can just have it exchange heat with the environment. I don't have a problem there. Right, so we need ventilation, of course. Let's build the mercury in here then. And build more doors. It's looking fantastic. The carbon dioxide, where will it go? Where will it go? Also, we really need a bristleberry farm. This one here is barely yielding anything. I'm just hoping this will irradiate itself so that it mutates. But there's nothing happening. What the heck? There's nothing happening. Radiation, 400 rads per cycle. It was mutating. It was mutating before. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get these, get the flower pot. Oh, and then get a pip here. Good question. Good question. Do I see any plants way up there? Yeah, then I'm gonna get a pip there and plant a bristleberry. Is this necessary? No. Still a simple planter box. I mean, even if the pip would plant this in a flower pot, I would still have to provide it with water. So let's just do the planter box there. Here we go. Constructor Cellfire is on their way. And then we're gonna build a or plant rather. Gonna plant something. Hey, wait a minute. Buddy bud, let's uproot. Let's uproot. Buddy bud. Is the only one? I am the one and only. It's not good. I need one buddy bud for my rocket. I need one buddy bud here. Oops, where's the rocket? Oh, it's in space. Ah, let's land it. Let's land it here. Let's land the rocket. Watch it go. This trailblazer we can deconstruct. There's a gunk of ice there. Let's get rid of it. Here we're landing. There we go. We landed. We're immediately charged up. Battery. Or we not. Alright, that's fine. Battery is charged enough for everything. This should be restricted to the crew. And the crew currently is nobody. Good. So nobody comes in here doing stuff. Because we need to fill this up with steam. And when it's filled up, the rest of the steam is going to get pumped out. So this is how you do a shaft. And the opening of the shaft, though, that is a problem. The protection from the meteors. Luckily, we don't have meteors here on this planetoid. But the beta planetoid is not so forgiving. And that's why we had the breakage here. Good, we're going to deconstruct the buildings there for when we cool down this stuff here again. The ethanol is going to drip down into this little space there. Which will then create the opportunity for a infinite gas storage, but I'm not going to do that. I don't know where the ethanol swaps around. It might swap up and out. Who knows? I don't think so, but can very well be. Meanwhile, the ethanol here is not getting less. And the synthesis gas here. Should I pump out more synthesis gas? Should we just leave it? It's just a little, it's just a few grams. This is just lost. I guess it's just lost. Good. So, autopilot the spaceport module now. Because this is shooting. Why is this still sending a green signal? Oh, that's why. Steel and connect up everything. And make everything from steel here as well. Connect it up. I don't want to shoot. Cancel. Let's degrade. Let's degrade here. Red bolt decay. Good, because we're full. I don't want to destroy the wall over here. That is not productive. 400 key, 400 key, 400 key, 400 key. Good, we saved the wall from the fate there. So what is going on now? Why do we have a rain here? This is ethanol. I don't care what it is. Everything is gonna get deleted here. This is vacuum space exposure. The bottom left. Just have it there. Just in case. There's a lot of nuclear waste here we can mop up and get rid of immediately. So hopefully they're gonna use this bottle emptier here and not the bottle emptier down there, which has the same property. I did not I did not check what they were doing here. Is this sweep only? Was this my mistake? No. Should be doing it immediately. Good, fantastic. So can we now send this on autopilot? I kind of want to land my trailblazer here, but that's not possible because there's no space exposure. Now there's a trick you can do to see where the roof of the beta is ending and where it begins. Just click on the radiation overlay and then you can see we have the enclosure here that is making our lives difficult. But that's just a beta planetoid for you. It plays by its own rules. So, where can I land then? Where can I land my little trailblazer? Here. Here I can land it. That is good. Let's get the ladder up. And get rid of the regolith. And then nobody's coming here. Don't we have oxygen? Is that the problem? Is it a little bit of a problem? Is a little bit of a problem, but it's all green. Full fueled. Shouldn't it say fully fueled? It says full fueled. But that's alright. That is cool. Can build the ladder there, land the trailblazer there, very good. So get our rocket here. Are we vacuumed out? Almost. Let's get the gas overlay then. Almost. Should we send people? View interior. Is grounded. What do we need here? Is this even completed up? Is this even completed up? We're gonna send somebody into space. Let's get some berry sludge here. Hauling point. Berry sludge edible. Here we go. 37 errands. Nobody's doing it because we're still on the crew only. Let's do it all. And now people are delivering the berry sludge here, so we have some food. Even though this is controlled, doesn't matter. They don't care. Maybe they're not going to take it out. That could be cool. Speaking of berry sludge, how much do we have? 1 million of this stuff. Now we also have growth fruit preserve, and let's not eat the berry sludges any longer. Consumables, we have other food. We really have other food, you guys. Don't make that mistake. I don't know if I had somebody eat this or not, so I just said everybody. Good. Doing that, we can tidy up the place with a T button. I have my keys rekeyed. I have them remapped to some more reasonable settings. I have K for kill, T for tidy, and X and C is good. I left that, but I do have R for rotate, and O for I have research done. So here we are on the phone, Janet and Apolanis. Good stuff. And we're getting a little bit scalded, that's not a problem. Doors are open. Robo miners are not mining. Ugh, this again. I cannot have a system here. cannot have a system. Cannot have a system. What I'm gonna do is something else. Can I have another tile? The engine is this thick. The engine is that thick. I should have a letter here to signify or something. I don't know what to do. Oh, I don't know what to do. So how do I prevent this from happening? I have no idea. Is there any way, please? Somebody. I don't want to do it up here and then have a what's it called, space scanner there. And is this the only way to do it? Because I don't want to do it like that. I really don't. It probably is the only way to do it. So we're digging here, we're digging there. Can I have it above some more? Can I have a door? Wait a minute. What if I have a door above? What if I have double doors? Let's just do double doors then. Yes. Tom ZZJ. Place bunker tile at the ceiling, then normal doors below it. Tom ZZ. It's, first of all, thanks for chiming in, and thanks for helping me out, because I suck. But just a little bit. Really good at the game. But here, this all broke because of my mistake there. So, you're saying place a bunker tile at the ceiling, then normal doors below it. Bunker tile. Bunker tile. At the ceiling. Right. Wait a minute. I can place a tile here, no problem. I can place a tile there, no problem. Also, I wanted to try to shave, but that's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen with this awkward shaft there. Good. 7 tiles. So, next to the bunker door where miners are. Next to the bunker door where miners are. You mean here? Where? The thing is, what I had before was bunker tiles like so. And that still didn't help. Look at the normal doors below it. Normal doors, man. These things are not digging through doors. Because you said you don't want to build at the top. Yeah, I don't want to build at the top. I really don't. Wait, what am I doing? I don't need these. Alright, so what I'm doing now is a double door, because that's the only way. That is the absolute only way. And that is the most elegant way also. I found it. I found the solution. Controlled by automation to open normal doors, just like you control bunker doors. Yes. Here's the thing though. The robo miner will be blocked by a door. Any door blocks the robo miner. Except, of course, the door that lets gunk and get chipped over into the tile, breaking everything. So, I cannot have doors, unfortunately. Alright, if you know, but what are you saying then? Replacement for the doors that you deconed. Doors that are deconstructed. Next to the replacement for the doors. Place bunker tile at the ceiling and normal doors below it. So what you meant is you have the bunker door, or the bunker tile rather, here, and then a normal door below it. Like so. And then the robo miner here. Like so. 8,000 plus hours in the game. Who, you or me? I don't check my stats. But is this what you mean? Having the door here and the bunker tile there? Is that what you mean? Oh, we need power. What is the most elegant way to connect this with power? I don't think there's an elegant way. Let's just connect it up. Good, but that's how you do it. Deconstruct. And this. Let's go. Oh man. I think I'm gonna feel safer when this is done. Definitely. Oh man, good. So tell me if this is the way that you think to do it, because this cannot be. The robo miner cannot grab through the door, and if I leave a space here, and everything is lost. So I'm gonna do this now, and I'm gonna find out if the cooling loop is going. So you leave a gap, one tile at the bottom for miners to see regolith, and then a doors and a bunker tiles at the top to protect the door. Yes. That's what I had before. This robo miner was shooting through a gap, and I had just what's the difference? Door and a bunker tile or 3 bunker tiles? There's no difference. Dupes can still pass it, and it protects the miner. Oh, dupes can still pass it. I don't care about duplicates. So there is no difference there then? That's what I had before. And I'm telling you what happened. So there was a natural tile here. Regolith. I'm doing something else now. This was regolith. Because this was gunked up. And then a meteor was striking me through the gap here. There's no gap. It was diagonally striking me, and it was killing the chamber. What the heck, man? I lost my... What? I lost my synthesis gas. I lost my synthesis gas. Man. On the plus side, I lost the ethanol as well. So let's do this right now. Good, constructor dynamite, what are you doing? You're going up there. Stop it. And close this door. Yeah, I saw your setup and it didn't work. That's right. That's right. But don't call it my setup, because you just meant to do the same thing. It's not just my setup. Alright. It's not the same thing. It is. No, I don't know. But what I had here was 2 tiles there. Bunker tiles. And then the robo miner can see. You wouldn't suggest it if it didn't work. Well, I had it before. Watch it on YouTube. It completely got wrecked. So, maybe there was something else. Send me a screenshot. How about that? Put the screenshot in the Discord or somewhere else, and I'm gonna check it out. Because this pretty much sounds like the same setup I had. But if you can make the similar setup work, then I will be very thankful, because I kind of like this with the 1 tile gap here. And then the robo miner can see what is happening. Is there a way to make this work? Maybe if it's only 7 tiles wide, it might work, but I don't know. I don't know. And right now we solved the issue. So no problem, we can even open the door now. Let's open the door for a cycle. And let the gunk fall down. Also, let's open this door. Because I want to fly. Fly out of here. Destination change. First we're going into orbit. Like for example here. And then we're going to begin the launch sequence when the doors are open. Pilot. Who's going to pilot it? No one's going to pilot it, but we're going to have someone here. Now everything does not have power. Is that a big deal? Not if it's unmanned. That's alright. Let's put the crew in. Who's going to do it? Anybody is fine. Anybody is alright. Here is gonna go buddy bud. There we go. Plant. Let's have everybody go in here to plant this. No seat available. But I just ripped one out. Did I send it over? No, now it's gone. Perfect. Now they're doing it. Fast Cookie's doing it. Should they not be cooking though? Let's look at the food. Nah, we're good. Berry sludge, frost bun, barbecue. We have everything. Right. Fast Cookie is bringing the buddy butt. And doors are open. Begin launch sequence. Soon as the buddy butt is in. Gonna begin the launch sequence. Come on, Fast Cookie. Plant the thing. And then we're gonna begin the launch sequence. Here we go. Begin the sequence. Get out of there. Build some ladders up. Wait, this thing is wrong, isn't it? Let's grab where the ladders should be. Oh man. Grab. Yeah, it is wrong. Let's build this up there, but isn't this then 8 tiles? Let's look at it. I think it's 8 tiles for some reason. 8 tiles? How come there's 8 tiles space when this is 7 tiles wide? Should be 7. Rocket is... Oh, this looks a bit different. Good, so let's cancel this and do the 7 tiles there. Right. And this ladder is just where it is. Good, doesn't matter. Right, we're in orbit now. Where we belong. Let's close all doors. This one as well. And then we're gonna land our... Oh, we cannot land the rover here. We're gonna... the Trailblazer, excuse me. We're gonna have to land it on the doors. Can we reach this? Yes, we can. And there's another Trailblazer, deconstruct. It's a Trailblazer I want to land, not a rover. Good. So we're gonna deconstruct the Trailblazer there. Gonna dig out those tiles there. Meteorites are striking. Meteorites are striking our asteroid. Isn't that fantastic? Deconstruct the signal switch. I have to drink some water. My voice is cracking. So sip of water. Oh no, we made a mess. Where and who? Dig a Jerry 2PC. We can go back to sleep. So why did you not use the toilet? Why is the water empty? I have no idea. But how about you deploy now? What about that? Can we go here? Real quick. Huh? It ejected me into this menu. Are we coming? Ugh, let's look into the rocket. Oh, we're coming. Good. Rocket is empty. Fantastic. We're landing. Very good. Good job. Fantastic job. Dig your way out. And dig fast. You are the digger. So, let's do it. Soup to the Bims is on their way to somewhere. I'm not sure what they're doing. And why they went around. And why they're not in a suit. Did they go all the way around somehow? I have no idea. But that's alright. Careful there, Digger Jerry. Oh, they're also suffocating. Ah, that's not good news. Let's do this right now. That is very bad news. That's not good news at all. Ranch it here, Griver. Come on, you can dig from the other side to help out a little bit. Here we go. Tio is very fast at digging there. And the soup Tito Bums, again, not a fan of the suit. Here we go. Digging like crazy here. Digging like super crazy. I think you should go. You should go and breathe, Digger Jerry. Don't you think so as well? I don't know where the oxygen is, but it's far off. Good, so we did that, and oh, the resources! Is hot resource there. Deconstruct the lander. Good, the lead suit we can sweep up. That's alright. There is no radiation here, which is good news. Yes. This is good. This is gonna fill up with a regolith very soon. The meteor showers are coming and coming often. Should we build another system up? Huh. This whole thing I might deconstruct. Good. So how is the thickness of the synthesis gas? It is horribly bad. Can I get more synthesis gas to here? Maybe. Oh man, there's no room. Let's get a little pump going. Just a tiny pump. And an atmos sensor. How about that? And then we're going to fill it up here, the same pressure as there. And then we will have fixed the chambers. Hopefully they're not going to break again. Good, we're going to get everything out of here. All. And we're going to get a hauler. I don't know why I call this thing hauler all the time, but it is an auto sweeper. And we're going to make it from steel, and I'm going to put it there. Going to connect up the cooling loop. And here as well. And we should have finally some coolant going on. Chick. Tomazon radiation, no problem. Good. Are we coming here? Pipe's still blocked? Yeah, pipe's still blocked. So we're going round and out. Empty pipe, right, and the reservoir says pipe blocked. That means I'm gonna have the pipe somewhere here. Probably here. Yep, that was the point. The point of the pipe. There was a pipe segments that needed to be connected. The one below the insulated liquid pipe thermo sensor. You don't have to say insulated liquid pipe thermo sensor. It's a liquid pipe thermo sensor. And of course a thermo ecotuner. Good, so we're running again. And it's looking good. Mercury is cooling down. We're getting some scaldings. That's normal. Let's look at the vitals. So that's why the vitals button is there. Not just for crazy people that do the beta planetoid on highest difficulty and an all achievement run. Because then you need this vitals. You need these vitals overviews because your duplicates will be starving all the time. You need to micromanage them like no tomorrow, probably. Well, that's what I had to do. 85 and 86. Should we heal up some people? We cannot heal up the fast cookie. Because, well, on the other hand, we now have food. Frost buns, barbecue. That is good. What about these guys? Are they filled up? They're completely filled up again, which is good. We don't need to waste energy here on the incubators. Let's not waste the energy there. And it's looking fantastic. That means this farm will fill up as well. And getting a massage here in the massage parlor. Good. So these bristleberries are not nearly enough for anything. Not nearly. But that's not my concern. I need sleet wheat. And desperately. And then I need to redo the water. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do the water today. Really not so sure. Why is all the water coming here now? Oh, it's overflowing like no tomorrow. I don't like that. And then where is it going? It's gonna get poured out here? What a waste. What is the temperature? It's cool water. I don't want to waste it. Don't want to waste the cool water. Where do I bring it instead? Good question. And I don't have much time to find the answer. How about here? I have a triple run off thingy there again. Tell you what. I'm going to deconstruct this bridge since I'm not able to flip it. And I'm going to grab this flow like so. And then I have to flip these bridges. Dear Lord. And flipping bridge is deconstructing, reconstructing, for the love of God. Some modder, please. Please, please, please. The amount of times I had to deconstruct and reconstruct a bridge is horrible. It's just busy work, you guys. There's worse busy work, and there's mods for that. But there's not a mod for this just yet. And there needs to be a mod. Good. Let's get the bridge going again. We are now reconstructing the bridge. So, is this where I want this to go? Oh no, this is the wrong spot. Here we are. Cancel the build of that bridge. Build those bridges instead. And then we're gonna... Oh, wait. Cool water into farms? Sign me up. Oh no. Don't sign me up. This is not cool water. This is 14 degrees. It is temperate water is what it is. We're gonna empty out that as well, I think. Let's empty out the farms for a second. Let's empty them out. Was this mixing or is this mercury? This is mercury. It's a little bit darker. It's hard to discern, but it is a little bit darker. Good. Empty out the farms. Right. We're gonna empty out here, where it can collect there. It's all good. This bedroom is not finished anyhow. And we need... What the heck is this? Monument base. Nice. We're gonna dig out that stuff here. Let's start from the top, maybe. Need a helper ladder. Good. And then dig out the 4 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 tiles. Sheesh, that's not good. Let's do a 4 tiles high system. Like so. Maybe not here. But move this all the way up. Dig. Is this something I need to take? I need to put my attention to. Wait. 12 degrees. 50 degrees Mercury. This will suck. This will suck for the plants. But we're running. Wait, don't we have enough mercury? Do we have to bridge on more mercury? So yeah, I was right. We did not need to deconstruct that bridge. Good. What is the temperature now? Temperature now seems fine. Should we do it lower? So if it's above 0, let's if it's above minus 15, how about that? Then we're gonna cool it down more. This is mercury. So very resistant. Meanwhile, we got fresh water here. Rotating. Let's do this not green all the time. How about never? Good. Alright, and we meant to irradiate things. Balm lily, will that grow here? Do not know, but a blossom might grow here. Just needs a little bit of light, that's all. Plumbing, food, stations, furniture. Get ceiling light going. Here is good enough. And also the ceiling light, of course, needs to be powered. Should we get the power from here? Is there not a better way? Nope. There's no better way. Let's connect it up. Right. Ceiling light is then automated as well. Do not like that much. Can we run the automation wire differently? Does not really look like it. And. This is less than ideal. This is very much less than ideal. Let's not do it. The power though we need. Let's go all the way and dig out the abyss light finally. And then we can build a light there. Furniture, ceiling light, go. Right, what is the problem? Water. They're gonna bring it. Pretty sure. Is there errands? Yes, it's currently Rancher Sutsi is ranching. And then we're gonna mutate this plant a bit more. Let's look at the radiation. Oh, it's in the wrong spot. It's in the wrong spot. Disable the building. Man, oh man. So I have to put the liquid reservoir somewhere else because we don't have germed water anymore. Then we need to, you know what. Good, we can move it. In fact, we can move the whole thing here. Deconstruct all. Everything here. Let's see if we have important liquids. Are we gonna spill things? Liquid pipe. Let's not spill things. And then I'm not sure how I'm gonna do the automation here. I think I'm gonna do it completely different. It's just water. I don't see any decontamination. Is this brine ice or something? It's crushed ice. Nah, I really don't see any contamination with pollution. Yeah, let's take it all out. And then we're gonna fill this up with water again. Right, and then we're gonna have the planter box here. And the light, where is it gonna shine? Where's the light gonna shine? Probably here or something, and the duplicate motion sensor there as well, maybe. I don't know. Let's put the ceiling light at the edge of the build. Or... nah, the ceiling light is actually fine. Let's leave it there. Gonna get the planter box. Furniture. Flower pot. Food. Planter box. Clay. Dirt. Doesn't matter, let's do the dirt. And then we're gonna get the blossom seed in again. And we have more spillage there that I don't care for. Some reason. Was this too much water there? Because it should not spill over like that. Hey, we have water in here again. No, this is the plan. This is what I wanted to happen. What the heck? We don't have a pinch row egg here? Pinch row egg. Pinch row egg is double. Pinch row is already an egg. Let's send a pinch row egg over. Let's go to this planetoid where we have everything a lot. And oh man, I never did this. Good, copy that. And cut here. And cut there. And deconstruct the conveyor chute. And deconstruct the conveyor rail as well. So now we have the system there. Why did I do that? Because of automation problems? I'm not sure. I think I wanted something here. Man, if only I knew. If only I knew what I wanted here. But there needed to be a little bit of space there. Something to do with gas? Something to do with liquid? I don't remember. But this is better one tile up. This is better one tile up. So if we have molten larvae eggs, they're gonna land here. That is alright, but that problem we don't have. Let's look to the look at the farm. Go to the farm here, and here the ethanol is going again. Fantastic. Good. Intermittently. So we have a little bit of carbon dioxide pressure now rising up, but it's not enough for this here. What is the problem? Maybe it's just too much pollution. Maybe that's just what it is. Should I build a gas pump again? Yes, I probably need to build a gas pump again. Rip it out, put it back in. Oh man, oh man. Alright, and there's the wrong egg, but it's gonna get transported here. Oh, where they can safely starve. I don't know. It's working intermittently. But they're immediately gonna eat the carbon dioxide. I'm not sure what to do here. How big is the room? 88 tiles. But I guess pumping out and polluted oxygen might be a start. And this is for the feedage of the poker shells. Good. Back to the delivery of the egg. Can we deconstruct this, please? Right. If only I could remember why I wanted this space there. Why did I want that space? An additional filter probably. For... I don't know. For oxygen? I don't know. Good, it doesn't matter. Wait. How do I deliver this? And what did I want to do here? Completely stumped now. This is an infinite storage of liquids. Or gases? It's a liquid. It's a storage of gases. Yes. Good. This abyssal light I want to mop up definitely. Right. So if I do something else now, then petrol. It's gonna spill over. Even petrol is gonna spill over. It's gonna swap around. I want mercury, but I can't have mercury. Let's deconstruct this. Oh no. I want mercury in here. But I cannot have mercury because I have the door set up here. I still can have mercury. Let's get helper tiles going. Gonna have a tile here and a tile there, and the mercury can spill in those, in this little cranny here, in this nook. And then when I close the door, the mercury will then go back where it belongs here. It's gonna be 1.8 kilos of mercury hauling point. Gonna put 1.8 key liquid mercury. Enable our drop, enable our spill, enable our ball per 8. Enable our drop, yes, because we're done with the helper tiles. And then we're gonna lock the door after. Fantastic. So again, oh, what is this for? Right. Was this for oxygen? No, it was for naphtha. This is my naphtha storage. What am I doing? This is a gas storage. I don't need a gas storage here, man. What am I doing? Deconstruct? Definitely don't need a gas storage. I need a liquid storage. So we're gonna have here a pump, and there the liquids. Good. We were gonna open this door for the time being to let the gases drop down, and we're gonna build another door there, another door there, and let's not forget the plumbing here. Liquid from gold is a waste, but what do we have here? Let's do steel. We have enough of the stuff. Good. Open that door now. And then the helper tiles are completely bonkers. What a stupid idea. Right. And then we can have a safety system here for if it's not naphtha. Can spill it out. Yeah, the naphtha's coming out of here. It's going in there. Right. Gonna have 4 fat obsidian pipes for intake wherever. Good. And then we're gonna have a liquid pump. Also from steel here. Let's go. And then we're gonna have a fat obsidian pipe take out the naphtha to wherever. Good. Now we just need some automation to make this good. Automation, signal switch from gold. Over here is no room. Let's put it there, because why not? Automation wire. We could also use the ribbon for kicks from steel, like so. It doesn't matter, but it's cool. 25 and automation wire 5. So we're wasting a lot of steel here just for kicks. Good. This is still not being opened up some reason. Good, we're building everything up, so that's the main thing. Let's go, and this needs to be locked. Good, and this needs to be open while we work. Maybe. Right, and then we can pump them naphtha in. But back to the problem at hand. What is the main problem? Oh, come on. Don't spill everywhere. Why are we spilling everywhere? No idea. Are we spilling over here constantly? Probably. Let's look at the water. Yeah, it's pretty much constantly spilling out. And over. Or is it? Should not. We can have another tile there, and we definitely need to mob up this. Can have another tile here to prevent some of the spillage. Right, so let's irradiate the blossom seed here. Wait, what the heck? I never got in. Aww. It did work. Another specialized? I never got the confirmation there. Uproot this. And put the specialized in. Because we already have a super specialized. Wait, super specialized? Specialized is different? Cancel. Let's analyze. What's the difference between specialized and super specialized? We're gonna find out. Where is my analyzer? Here it is. Sleet wheat grain will analyze. Blossom seed will analyze. Insufficient seed. Oh, we already did this. Good. So do we have a thingy there? A sleet wheat that mutated? I do not know. Good, so what does a specialized do? How do I see this even? Do I see it in the botanical analyzer? No. Do I see this here? Seed? Blossom seed? I don't have a clue. Where do I get the specialized? I have no idea. First of all, let's make this higher. That is too high. Good. Then we're gonna mop up the brine. Right. Is this fixed? Body temperature still broken. Are we cooling down? Yes. We are. Good. Atmos sensor and pump. Ventilation, so much to do. Mini gas pump. Here is good. And automation. Atmos sensor. Here. Doesn't matter where. Put it in. Automation wire. Connect it up. Good. The pump needs power. Connect it up as well. Right, meanwhile this should all be done. We can mop up that gunk. Cancel the sweepage here. Mercury at 46 degrees. That's hot. It's hot stuff. So right now the mercury is cooling down every time it runs through here. Which is not ideal. It's not ideal at all. Good. What temperature do we have here? 50 degrees. It's gonna cool down. And here the thing is helping out. We're at minus degrees here and we're at minus 14 degrees here. Good. Definitely cooling it down. But it has a lot of work to do. Boom, meteor showers. 26 degrees here already. Alright. Yes, we still have a lot of cooling to do. Takes a while until the farm is up and running again. So what do we have? Frost bun, grapefruit preserve, barbecue. Good. As long as we have barbecue, everything is fine. So where is the soup going here? I don't know, and they should not be doing this. Let's close off this area. Yes, let's close off this area. We're gonna do a door. Simple door here. Pneumatic even. Cannot, of course. Game wants it to be ugly. Let's put one here and close it off. Good. Good enough, maybe. Yay! The gunk is getting picked up. Good. Right, so what do we need to do? Cooling loop, we have to wait for the cooling loop. Let's look at the oil then. 170 degrees, 170 degrees, 270 degrees, 270 degrees. Are we getting heated up? Seems like it. Yeah, it's gonna take a good while. Good, so we have time for other projects then. What about the water? I want the cool water to go into the electrolyzer setup and the hot water to get collected. And I want this cooling loop to be mercury. That's what I want. Because the water here is very hot. Metal tiles are very hot. It's not keeping up with anything. Is the cool water getting ejected too soon? If it's below 20, I'm gonna get ejected out. If not, the cooling loop should cool. Right. Good. Meanwhile, overflow is going here, and all the hot water is coming from there. I think we're gonna stop this now. Let's completely stop this. Active duration, none. Nuclear spillage. Here we did that, and this is not looking great. I'm gonna mop up the stuff here. Yes. Let's build a mesh tile so we can mop it up. Here we go, mesh tile there, and then we can have a mop command and clean out the area, so it's just nuclear waste, nothing else. This little frog there. Good. Can we build ladders here without getting damaged? Who knows, but we're gonna try. Right. But the project should be water here, clearly. No more water delivery. We're gonna wait out this. And also, the heat it's too hot. It's just too hot for some reason. Is the cooling loop stuck again? No, cooling loop is stuck again. I must have deconstructed something by accident. Good. Let's connect it up again. And the bridge. Oh yeah, we messed up here big time. Good. And then the cooling loop is running again. Is always going to go through here no matter what. So that's good news. And here as well. So we can cut that. It's always going to come here no matter what. Liquid bridge, deconstruct. And the pipe as well. And then this is way more readable than it used to be. The volcano here is doing its thing. It's very nice. We're sucking out the heat as much as we can. And we're running the gunk out as well. Ceramic, aluminum. Let's run everything we don't have. Igneous rock? There's sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock, let's get it out. Ceramic, let's get it out. Refined metal, all the refined metal, let's get it out. And the ore as well, metal ore. And this is running intermittently as well. Not to heat up the system too much. The water here that is acting as a coolant is 16 degrees and it should stay that way. Right. Good, this is just a little bit of supplement power there. We have the steam turbines tuned up. So they produce 375 watts each. It's a good little supplement for the base. Right. Then we could mop up the spillage as well. Because why not? This thing is filled up. Very good. It's still spilling over here. Let's mop it up as best as we can. And mop up here. Good, this will clean the area a little bit. There's brine there though. There's brine here everywhere. Let's do our trick. And get rid of all the brine intermittently. Good, just to have it even out. There's brine as well. What we should do is, of course, have this intermittently like so. That makes more sense, except the brine here will be a problem, won't it? Let's get the thing there down one tile. Mop this up, deconstruct that mesh tile. Good. So what is the cooling loop doing? We're coming in at 45 degrees. Oh dear. I can mop up this water. Man. Terrible. So where can I find my seeds? There's something, I saw a filter that would take only mutated seeds or only non-mutated seeds. Now, the problem that I have, of course, is I don't know what building that was. Is it normal storage? I'm not sure. So if we're here at the seed section, we're not shipping anything over, but we want to ship over the blossom seeds, but not the mutated ones. Storage bin. Somewhere it says except mutated. Man. Tomsies, yeah, you're still there. You have 8,000 hours plus. Tell me please how I can separate the mutated from the non-mutated. I mean, I see them here. Exuberant. Specialized. Full entry. I don't know where I can even read this. Probably in a planter pot. Here we go. In a planter pot I can read this. Good. Original, easy going. Minimum radiation, viable temperature range, plus 50%. Yes, less yield. Right, they're very easy going. Fertilizer usage less. That's good. Juicy. Self-harvest on grown. More fertilizer, right. More fertilizer so it doesn't drop. Wait, did we not check this out? Specialized yield amount. It's minus 50%. Super specialized is minus 80%. So I could plant the specialized as well. Yes, I could plant this as well. Good. Exuberant, what does this do? A life cycle. Oh, it's very fast. Fertilizer usage more. Bonus crop and rot pile. And food poisoning and darkness. Wow. So I would have to build kitchen equipment, has filters for mutants, medical, and fish feeders. Kitchen equipment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kitchen equipment. Filters for mutants, medical, and fish feeder. So the fish feeder can... alright. Don't have that. Good. Forbid mutants. Yes, let's forbid the mutants. Very good. I don't want to kill my wheat here that is mutated. Thank you, that was good. That saved me probably very nice mutants there. Good. Do we have mutants here on the sweet wheat front? Can I even plant this here? Sweet wheat. Easygoing and leafy. Ah, alright. Easygoing. Minimum radiation, viable temperature range. Oh! Well, temperature. Less yield, which is not a big deal. Less fertilizer usage. Fertilizer? Am I using fertilizer here? Oh man. I think I'm using a lot of dirt here. Dirt is getting delivered there. here. They just did it. The rail should be full. Conveyor rail is full of dirt. That means I also need dirt production. I think I'm gonna plant an easygoing here. Yeah, but I have to irradiate the place. So what was the plan again? 2 plants next to a thingy? Yes. Good, let's rip it out. Uproot and put in the easygoing there. Eh? Can this grow? Yes, conveyor loader right on top of it, it still can grow. Sleet wheat is OP. Good. But did we not want to do something? Wait a minute. We have a ship in orbit and we never did do anything with it. Terrible. Right, what's our range? Cargo space remaining 12 tons. Range 19 tiles. Let's go. Man. Completely forgot about that. Terrible. Right, what about my colonization project? So many things at the same time. That's why it's good to be on the slow speed. I always forget about everything. Let's look at the interior. We have a 197. This is rations for... Oh! If it's 2 duplicants, then it's roughly 200 cycles worth of rations. So I could put 2 duplicants in here. Send them off. Do I have algae enough? 16 tons. I don't know if that is enough. But I could send the duplicates now, except I don't like the heat inside the rocket here. And we never fix that problem, so very bad. Deconstruct this and get the aeropod from here over to there. Deconstruct. We're gonna get the coolant system in here momentarily. Right, then we still have a light over there. No power. Could connect it up. And what would the automation then do? What would the automation do? Nothing. Let's have a light here all the time. So where they're gonna sleep? Probably not in the... How did I do that now? Probably not in the Great Hall. And not in the laboratory. Well, they can sleep wherever they want. They're gonna have sore bags. But there's no room. What can I do? It's too bad. We don't have data banks either. Good, let's make this a bedroom and deconstruct the light. Except I don't want to deconstruct the light. So we're gonna set down plastic tile. Is this transparent? Transparent? Let's see if there is a light. I don't think it is transparent. Yeah, I don't think it is. Good, so what we're going to do is we're going to set the aeropod down 1 tile. We're going to put a plastic tile there. What is the radiation telling me then? It's telling me that 1 duplicate here is screwed. Don't like that much. So what we're going to do instead is put this mood lamp over there. Deconstruct where this mess table is. And we're going to make this a nice colonization rocket. There's no need for orbital data collection lab. I mean, there is a need for that, but I'm going to build a rocket specifically for that purpose. That makes more sense. Right now I want to colonize Mixado. And it's going to be more fun than this stuff over here. Let's deconstruct both of those. Do have a lot of plastic though. Maybe we're just gonna do a little bit more? Nah. No, let's leave it in there. Gonna need it on the colony. Here is gonna go the buddy bud. You have 4 of them over here, which is good. Wait a minute. Do we have too many of those over here? Not sure. Whoop! Where are you going there with the buddy bud? We have an auto storage for the buddy bud. Let's quickly stop that. I don't like to pause the game. Where is that? If only I knew. Pretty sure I got it here. Somewhere middle-ish. Here we are. Blossom seed body bud. Nope. Copy settings. So. And we're gonna have here body bud sweep only. How about that? To save the body buds. Good. Back into the rocket, and we messed up here. Fantastic. I had a priority system there going, but they ignored it. They safely ignored it. Good. Maxado, Artemis. Right, let's build it in. And then we can launch. Just need some bits maybe. Then we can go on colonize the other planetoid again. Who we're gonna send? Is this also... Oh, this could be a bedroom. Nice. Fantastic. We have to redo some of the automation at least. We have a light here. And we're gonna have a fire pole up one spot there. To make room for the light. Deconstruct. It's gonna be a mood lamp. I'm gonna be able to go through here, no problem. This light now is always on, but it's not gonna disturb the sleep of the duplicants there. Will a duplicate motion sensor duplicate motion sensor work here? Yes, it will. That is pretty cool. Automation wire? Like so. Wait, no, it will not. It will not, because it will detect the motion of the duplicant here in the bed. But is that too bad, actually? I don't think it's too bad. I'm gonna put it in because I want light when I steer the rocket. My steering wheel there. Good, we're building this up. It's looking good. This says unreachable, but the fire pole is gonna get built up very soon. Meanwhile, we're going to drill in 4.3 cycles. Alright. So that achievement is gonna take a while. I think we're gonna simultaneously work on other achievements as well. And we should make an exploratory rocket. Is that a word? Exploratory? I think yes. New rocket, sugar engine, and from wolframite, and then what does it need? Well, a big room. Let's start with a big room there. Spacefarer module. Oh dear. This looks a bit weird. Solo Spacefarer maybe? Cancel. Oh, what do I need in there? We could have a telescope. Or we could have the module. But the module is so big. The cartographic module. And I cannot build it up because I don't have a ton of plastic. All my plastic is tied up. I only have 780 key of plastic. My plastic production is also on hold because of this stuff here. How hot are we? 268 degrees. Come on. Heat up there. Heat up there. Can we run it faster? Should we run it faster is the better question. When this is not dormant, I'm gonna speed it up. 15 seconds. I'm gonna speed it up right now. See if it breaks. 60 seconds. Let's do 30 seconds here. Let's go. Every 30 seconds, we are going to heat up the oil to 450 degrees. Almost 450 degrees. It is exactly 450 degrees. 450.1 to be exact. To be more exact than exact. And put it in there. Put it in there. Is it cooling down already? No. But now it's collecting up in this blob. 267, 267, 267, 268. Wow. So every time this runs, it's going to be 1 degree hotter. So it only needs to run 150 for 133 times. 133 times, and we're running it every 30 seconds. That is... I'm not gonna do the math. Or am I? I'm not sure. Well, if we click this button there... Oops. That was the wrong button. Click this button here. Search Windows. It's gonna say Calculator. Desktop app. Why don't I have a shortcut for that stuff? So weird. Good. What was I saying? 130 times I need to run it. And times 30 seconds is the amount I'm going to run it. It's going to take 3,900 seconds divided by 600 seconds in a cycle. 6 cycles only. Wait, what? In 7 cycles this heats up? I must see it to believe it. Because this sounds awfully great. Let's look at the liquids there. Yeah, it's so stuck. Well, this is a vanity project, so let's give it some time. Give it some time. Good. Meanwhile, we're cooking up things here. Grub fruit preserves. I kind of don't want to do the preserves any longer. I want to use the sugar for something else. But then again, we have sugar production. Scalding, scalding, scalding. Don't give him the scalding there. Are we getting scalded here? I hope not. Are we ready? Let's view the interior. Gases maybe? No, gases are looking great. Gases are looking good, except we're stuck here in the gas front. We're eating here. As beautiful as this dirt-stained glass tile is, unfortunately we need airflow instead. So let's get this going. Oh man, airflow. We're gonna make very pretty airflow from steel here. Sad, sad times. Also the water, let's not forget the water. The water is relatively full. We're alright with the water. Good. Are we getting scalded here? Is that the problem? Let's make sure nobody goes through here again. Good. Yeah, people were dropping things here probably as well. There's a little bit of water there. Good. No power consumers? Huh? What? Huh? This is producing power and there's no power consumers. Are the power consumers on the inside then? Probably. Let's check it out. Another solar panel. Good. So this exploratory rocket is gonna go where? Don't know. Is there no middle solution? We have a solar spacefarer module, or a nose cone, and a spacefarer module. There's no middle ground. It's either the big one or the small one. Good, let's build it up. And then we're gonna build something else in between. We're exploratory. Cartographer. Yes. Let's build more plastic. Good. Can we pour out all the petroleum that is lying around? Let's pour out all the petroleum that is lying around. Do we have room for such an ambitious undertaking? Doesn't seem like it. Here? There? Do I need this metal tile? Yes, I want this metal tile. I need this metal tile. Put this here? No. This vertical? No. No chance, apparently. No chance. Good, we could empty out some petrol. Then we have too much of. Petrol is coming from there. It's all bad. I should just get my petrol production up and running again is what I should do. Right now, looking good. Seems like we have carbon dioxide enough. And what is the temperature? 74 degrees. It's not very hot. It's rather cold. Long hair incubating. Wait. We have long hair. We have long hair. Here. Should be brought here as well. All the eggs. An automated delivery of long hair eggs. That's what I desperately need. How do we do that? I could do an incubator. This botanic garden is so in the way, but I really need it for the morale. I have to make it here somewhere. I have to make it here. I can. I really can. If I deconstruct all that stuff, build a door there. There's even room for that. How many spaces do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh man, really? Come on. Come on. Oh, this is terrible. Put a carpet tile here. Deconstruct those things there. Get the doors in as well. I'm gonna have nice steel doors here. From steel. Like so and so. They're really on the job here. Very good. So and so. Then we have to close this up on top. Good. But I kind of need airflow though. Or just marble. Like so. Make sure priority 9 on the things that need to be built up. Which reminds me, there is thingies going on here. Good, it's still the same thing. I just need oh, wait. I just need something. This can be from insulated tile here. And then I think we're done. This is where the electrolyzer goes. Let's put it there. And then we're gonna have this go here. Let's do the priority 9 here first. And then a normal thing there. Fantastic, this is all we need. And then I can break through here and do the next thing. Right. Now we're moving. Oh, no, there's no room for that. But they're not gonna go there anyhow, are they? Not gonna go there. Let's close this off with airflow. Like so. And maybe here as well. Priority 9. Good. This door, of course, is completely bonkers. Why would I have that? And this also not. Have a double door here and a tile there. And I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. This all makes no sense. It's nonsense. Let's count out again. Also here. Deconstruct. This is an extra tile already. Deconstruct. Everything there. Right, let's count it out again. So why did I want room here? Alright, for the long hair. That's correct. Gonna deconstruct the botanical garden and see if that hurts us or not. Deconstruct it. And the cooling down of the system. Nope. Let's deconstruct everything there. We're gonna have to cool down the botanical garden come time. But there is here a cooling loop already, so I don't think that's a big deal. This is all bad. We're gonna have to redo this. But for now, we're just gonna leave it like that and build up the botanical garden again. Good, granite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. Where is there room? Can I have here? Can I have there? Doesn't look like it. Do marble tiles there. Have another one here. Deconstruct all that jazz. This conveyor loader is so in the way. Let's have it where it actually makes sense. Over here. Good. Then we can have a sweet carpet tile there. Let's do that. Carpet tile here. Right, and below is then room for the botanical garden. Gonna deconstruct the door. Put another one in there somewhere. Build this up first so I can just copy the settings before I deconstruct this. It's also very full. It's full of dirt. This is what it is. To be able to run to the carpet tile, I'm going to do 2 of them asphalt tiles. Right. Airflow is important here. Deconstruct buildings. That's a problem there though again. Is there a plant that is only 1 tile high? Not sure. Can I hang it from the ceiling? Yes, I can. Let's hang some plants from the ceiling then. Good. No seed selected. We're gonna plant spore shit. It's so pretty. Let's plant it. Maybe the joy instead. Good. And then we're gonna do some briars. And copy settings. So, oops, I did not say do it. No, I said do it. Copy, 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 copy. And we're gonna need a conveyor rail as well. So as soon as we have the conveyor rail in and the power, this system is working again, except we of course do not have the cooling needed, but that's fine. Don't have the cooling needed to have the wheat growing. No problem, because now we have an easygoing seed, and that one will work just fine. If I can find it, slate wheat, easygoing. Why is it grayed out though? 0, huh? Anti-storage disable causes presses by deconstruct disable. No seed selected. Wait. Did we bake it up? Oh man. Oh man, it got... My seed is gone. The tip from Tom ZZ was golden. Go to the kitchen and check out allow mutants or not. That was the best thing. That is really what you need to do. And I didn't do it. I did not do it here. I did not do it here, and so the berry sludge got cooked up. And our mutated seed is gone. Too bad. Just do the normal seed now. And see if some seeds are mutating here. Man. Plant. Copy. Now it works. Fantastic. Good. So we're gonna have an AR pod or 3 here. And a ways to reach everything. Oh, haha, we cannot have this, of course. Let's have the airflow here go nicely. Oh man. Door here and deconstruct that. Fantastic, even though it's not needed. And the deconstruction order is not needed here. Let's just leave it as is. What I want to do is rotate a thingy there. What is it called? Let's explore this just a little bit. Corner molding. So how come I cannot put it in a below corner? That is missing. Right. Good. We're going back to the furniture and we're putting in the AR pots because they can have plants as well. And it fits in the room. And we're gonna have another AR pot here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're done. We don't even need those. We don't even need those. Good. Deconstruct. Right. Because we desperately need a sign. A park sign, or else this will not be a botanical garden. Let's get the room overlay. Miscellaneous room. Room size 38 tiles. Good. It's going to be a botanical garden here. And there down there. Deconstruct that. Or wait a minute. Let's leave it in. Here is a good place for it. And then we need to have the room be done. Probably have another room and then the incubator. Right. Comfy bed. If I waste my plastic like that, I'm never gonna go into space for the exploratory mission. But alright, I want this to be nice, so I'm gonna have it nice. Here like so. Corner molding. Don't tell me I can build it. I can build it. Good. And here is the perfect room for an incubator. Deconstruct. Right, we're not going to cool this area down. Deconstruct. Deconstruct. And the incubator, of course, is going to be in the botanical garden. There it can be. I'm going to have the marble tiles on top and below. And the airflow as well. We're going to streamline a little bit. Let's do that. Tip. And here as well. Move over the carpet. There we go. So I wonder if I can do it in time before the egg hatches. And we have more water overflow. And why is this not getting mopped up, man? Why is it still brine? That is what I want to know. On the good news. On the good news. We have crushed ice and crushed ice. We're done with this biome. There's no more meltage except for that little bit there. What we could do for the time being is have temporary tiles here, temporary helper tiles. Deconstruct this marble tile so we can still reach everything. Ladder here, good. This normal ladder, let's just leave it in, is alright. Make sure the airflow is streamlined and the room is finished up like so. Good. We can deconstruct all buildings here, and the door is already getting deconstructed. And then we have some more crown molding. Right, and here's the bodybot going. Bodybot seat. And the incubator. Plumbing, food. Here we go, incubator. Steel is just fine. We have room here for some automation. But this is just for long hair larvae. And then we're gonna open this door, so long hair larvae can slip out. Good, what's going on here? A mellow. Plant. Gonna move this bed over. And we're gonna have more pixel packs. Oh dear. Now the glass is gonna get used up. But it's just 100 key. Somebody's gonna get scolded. Pretty sure. Let's have it go all the way. Right. Just to make it pretty. I'm not sure if this is there's interest there, but I think there is. There is interest in a pretty base. Like so. It's looking great. And we're still gonna have our all achievement run going. It's just a little bit on hold. Just a tiny tad. Streamline that. Good. It's looking alright. Gonna replace some stuff. Water is flowing again. Mop it up. Let's not forget our space program. Mop it up again, again, and again. Let's not forget our space program. Hopefully this will not break again. I'm producing a little bit of sucrose here. It's not much, but this farm is never complaining either. So we're good there. Sulfur is getting pumped out into this hot stuff there. Hot sulfur, but that's alright. We're all pressured here because we're never getting rid of the water, and that is a problem. I want the water overflow to go into the water storage there. But I don't see any overflow happening right now. Why is that? Let's look at the liquid reservoir. It's not filled up. That's why. What could I do then? I'm not too sure. So here's everything going. This is working 24/7 to cool down. So we're producing a lot of energy here. This should be a power plant, because it's a waste for this good steam turbine not to be tuned up. But oh, we have power outages. Oh, that's not good. Oh yeah, haha. We're not delivering power to here, and water is power in this case. So I wanted the cool water to go down here. Deconstructed everything there. I want to pump this out and get the cool water going. Water is still getting collected up from down there. This cooling loop is still going nicely. This is 95 degrees now. This is 95 degrees. Right. I really don't want to heat up my electrolyzer again. I really don't. So we're gonna put the 95 degrees hot water into the storage. Can I run it that way? I could run it down and out here. And there's already a pipe. So I kind of cannot say no to that. Good. We need some sort of shut-off probably. Oh man, oh man. This is right now burning. It doesn't look like it, but the overpressured liquid vents are an indication. Should definitely do something about that. Let's just collect the hot water and have the loop always filled up. Right. That makes sense. But I'm over time, you guys. I'm over time. So let's have this be done another time. I mean, another time is of course tomorrow, same time as always. But we can paint it in. That's what we can do already. Let's paint it in. Go like so and up and around. Oops. Probably gonna have a liquid shut off, but maybe not. I just don't want this water to empty out completely. So I always want some water in there. So liquid shut off, here it is. Oh, this is terrible. Plumbing, liquid shut off. And it needs power and stuff. Power and automation. And if it's too much, I don't know. Then it's stuck. Alright. Liquid bridge. Put it in and we're connected up. Very good. Shut off with power first. I'm pretty sure we have power in the vicinity. We do. Connect it up real quick. Automation from the liquid reservoir. Do we have a same thing here that we have then there? Probably. Let's just connect it up. Good. And the priority here, oops, that's my research. Priority here is a bit higher than everything else because I want the automation and things done. Right, so this is going to empty out there then. Is it though? Yes. Let's take it out. Maybe take it out like so. And the overflow is going back into the flow. This is not good. I'm gonna have to do something about the salad there. But I really want to empty out the reservoir. It's too hot. And when it's not hot... Wait, what is the temperature here? 38 degrees, 39 degrees. That's actually good. If it's below 50 like I had before, it's going into the plants because these are not hot enough. Body temperature here 15 to 20 and right now it is a specialized 7 degrees. Good, let's connect it up. Maybe I should have two separate water intakes. Maybe. So how come this is still flowing though? Weird. Is there water coming from somewhere? It shouldn't be. Wait, what? This is weird. Good, let's connect it up. Or leave this. Yeah, let's have the hot water go here. Good, hot water is coming out. It's not that hot water. We have 94 degrees hot water here. Yeah, we have to fix this. And we have to fix this next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching and chiming in. I'm gonna see you guys next time. You have a good day and a good night.